So hi, my name is Gwen Duffy, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about just some very cool things that doTERRA has introduced. I've been teaching people about essential oils for about 6 years now, and I love teaching people that there's natural options for almost everything that goes on in our life, especially as we're getting older. So my goal today is for you to walk away from this just having some answers to some basic questions. And I want you to know, I'm going to go over 3 points. The first one is like, do we control our metabolism or does our metabolism control us? What's the relationship between health span, lifespan, and biological aging? And then I want you to know that there's some tools that are going to help slow the signs of biological aging and put more life in your years. So that's my goal tonight. So doTERRA actually has 3 ways of teaching your body to heal. The first one is Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is their nutrition line. And this is supplementation that helps support cell structure and function by giving your body nutrition to all your body systems. Second, we have essential oils, which basically help your cells and just stay healthy. And then the third is what we're really excited about tonight, which is MetaPWR, which is helping optimize the effectiveness of your metabolism. So I'm going to focus on tonight MetaPWR and Lifelong Vitality Pack. And then you can, if you have questions, you can always reply back to me or message out to me. But before we get started, I'm actually going to share my screen here for a second. See if this will work for me. Okay. So the first thing I want you to think about is how do you live your most powerful life and what prevents you from living your best and fullest life? And so most of us in our culture are used to when somebody says, how are you feeling? We go, oh, I'm fine. Everything's fine. But I want you to just take a second and think about, like in the categories that I'm going to talk about, I want you to truly ask yourself, how am I doing on a scale of 1 to 10 in these areas? So the first one is in each scenario. First one is energy. So which of these represents you? I feel great. I have so much energy, I don't even know what to do with it. Or are you the person that says, I'm so close to moving my bed to the kitchen so that I can be closer to the coffee pot? Which is you, 1 to 10. Second, weight. Are you the person that says, wait, do people actually weigh themselves? Like I've been the same weight since I was in high school. Or are you more like me and say, okay, my scale is my enemy. And I just buy new scales all the time because I think they must be broken. So with mood, are you the person that says, it's amazing, my life's amazing, everything's amazing? Or are you more like, if one more person says something to me today, I think I'm going to lose it? With sleep, oh my gosh, I have so much sleep, I just feel amazing all the time when I wake up. Or are you the person that says, wait, people actually sleep all night long? With clarity and brain fog, I'm on track, I'm focused, I get everything done. Or are you more like me? I just walked into a room. I don't remember why I'm there. And so I have to walk back to the other room to remember why I went to that room. Or I have a million things I'm trying to get done and I never get any of them done because I keep scattering and moving from one place to the other. And then the last is stress. Are you the person that says, wait, what's stress? I'm free as a bird. Or are you more like, I am just powering through this to get it done and then I can collapse? Which is you? Now, these are how are these affecting your life, no matter where you are? Like if you're, especially if you're in the lower levels, 1 to 10, or when you're marking out those categories. And this isn't a judgment zone. Like this is not meant to judge you, but it's meant to just give you awareness so that you can dig into how you're feeling. And as we're talking about things, you can see that there are some things that might address and help address these and help you live a better life. That's really my goal here. So let me just go to, hopefully this works for me today. So why is metabolic health important? Good metabolic health means your body can digest and absorb nutrients from food with healthy, stable levels of blood sugar, blood fat, and insulin. Now, it might surprise you to know that only 6.8% of the US adult population has optimal cardiometabolic health. That's pretty striking. That means that over 90% of the population is suffering in their metabolic health. Let me ask you a question. Like if you put your hand up, if you thought that metabolic health only had to do with either losing weight or gaining weight, put your hand up. That was me. My hand is raised because I really thought the same thing until I started digging into this issue a little bit more. And so let me tell you what metabolism actually affects. It affects your energy, your weight, your body composition, your sleep, and your cognitive performance. Metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. As you age, so does your metabolic function. So this is doTERRA's, or sorry, let me just go back for a second. So how many of you ever heard of like, of our age is affected by our family genes, that it's genetic. For years, we've followed this thought process. But I want you to think about if you've ever been to a class reunion, like raise your hand if you've been to a class reunion, and you show up there and you look around and you think, whoa, like what happened to them? Like people who are looking way older than you are. Or maybe you see someone else and you think, dang, they look good. So many factors play a role in this, and none of them really has to do with family genes. Genetics load the gun, but lifestyle choices pull the trigger. And so each metabolic health is influencing whether they're either a whoa or whether a dang. So what do we do? So there are 5 pillars of metabolic health that we should be thinking about: healthy eating, daily movement, stress management, health connections, and smart supplementation. And I want to mention too that under stress management is getting good restorative sleep. This is doTERRA's wellness pyramid. And I love this because it gives us a breakdown of how to live the best healthy life. So we start out with nutrition and digestion. And the way we look at this is that if we think about like building a house on a strong foundation, our body really is our home. It's the baseline. We'd never build a house on sand. Why? Because the foundation would crack and it wouldn't be stable. Our body needs the same type of support, and it always comes down to Lifelong Vitality Pack. Lifelong Vitality is going to support micronutrients in your body, and it's what your body needs to thrive. So did you know that 94% of the US population is deficient in vitamins and minerals? We call it Lifelong Vitality. We call it LLV. It's what bridges the gap and supports your body with proper fuel. It's composed of 3 things. Microplex VMZ, it gives you all the vitamins and minerals you need. The Z Omega or X Omega supports your skin, your hair, your nails, your brain with all the fatty acids that you need. And Alpha CRS supports your mitochondria for energy. Then MetaPWR would be in the second building block under movement and metabolism. You have to remember that movement is also a key in all areas of your life. And so my challenge to you is to check in with how are you moving? And ideally try and get your heart rate up to a working out range for a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes a day. Now, this is doTERRA. This is a graph that Dr. Osgathorpe, the chief medical officer at doTERRA, showed us at doTERRA's convention back in September. And it's making a comparison between lifespan and health span. And so if you look at the line across the bottom, that's our lifespan. That's how long we live. The line up to the left, up the top, is the health span. Now, the first line I want you to pay attention to is the gray line. Now, that's the average American health span. That means we start our decline and we get down to the end and we just kind of, that's the end of it, right? The next line is the dark blue line, and that's the difference in lifespan between with what modern medicine has added to the mix in life-saving measures, medications, things like that to help increase our life. You can see that it hasn't done much of a difference. In fact, it hasn't done much difference at all. What it has done is if you look down at the bottom where the blue line kind of goes off and then tapers off and goes off to the side, is that we've extended our lifespan, but we haven't extended the quality of our life. And so that means that so many people between the last 8 to 15 years of their life are not living the way they want to be living. They're in nursing homes, they're in decline. And so even though they've extended their lifespan, the quality of their life hasn't increased. And then if you look at the yellow line, that's the line that shows people who are athletes or people who are in like that top 6.8% of metabolic health. The way their life goes is they live far longer in a healthy range before they decline. And then the decline happens in life and their life ends, which is that's the way it goes, right? It always ends in the same way, but you're having way more life in your years. And so if we think about that, life is really short, and we've got these 80 to 100 years on earth, we want to truly live. What if you could grow older, but still live out your bucket list items and have all the energy you need until your last breath? What if you didn't have to say, I'd love to do that, but I just can't, I don't have the energy. So let's bridge the gap and expand, living those last years as healthy as we can. So that's what we're talking about tonight. This is the star of the class. And this is the answer to all the scores that you marked on your first page. It's MetaPWR. So MetaPWR is the most tested, longest studied product in doTERRA history. It's the thing that they've been working on for 5 years. And it's just an amazing system that they've put together. So it's composed of 3 different parts. The first is the MetaPWR Metabolic blend. And this is a reformulated version of the old Slim and Sassy. It's the same oils, but they've been completely reformulated and they do an amazingly different thing. Number one, it's known as like it inhibits fat cells. Like that's something that what that means is that we have fat cells in our body, the same number of fat cells pretty much our whole life. They just either grow or shrink depending on how we're eating. And so this metabolic blend helps inhibit fat cells. It helps curb cravings. It helps support overall metabolic health, and it supports lifestyle changes that help with healthy weight management. Now, how you use it is you put a couple drops in water, you dry brush the oil on, like if you do a dry brushing person, which is something I have in my bathroom that I do before I hop in the shower, where you can apply it topically to troubled areas. Now, my troubled area is my middle. I've since I had kids, I've had this thick middle. It's gotten kind of like bumpy looking as I've gotten older. You will never see any before and after pictures from me, but I've been massaging this into my body before I hop in the shower every day. And I've noticed a difference in my body composition. And I'll talk a little bit about my experience in a little bit. The next one is MetaPWR Assist. So MetaPWR Assist helps to smooth the sugar spike. So when it decreases post-glucose meal spikes, it supports healthy blood sugar responses that are already in normal range, and it stabilizes energy levels throughout the day. So this bottle is a powerhouse. It's a capsule that turns fast carbs into slow carbs. But before we talk about the ingredients, I think it's important to understand like how blood sugars work. Most of us think of elevated blood sugars as affecting only people who have type 1 or type 2 diabetes, but this isn't the case. Every single one of us experiences blood sugar spikes, especially when we aren't eating whole nourishing foods. For example, if you were to eat a slice of sprouted grain bread, your body would break it down slowly. Your blood sugar would stay pretty stable. But if you were to eat a piece of white Wonder bread, your body would be like, what even is this? And your blood sugar would spike, causing your metabolism to be out of whack. Now, I want you to make a note of something. Every time your blood sugar spikes, you age. This stinks, but it's true. So we also need to remember that chronically elevated blood sugars contribute to contribute to cravings, inflammation, weight gain, and also insulin resistance. So if you can think of a time when you woke up and you ate like an amazing breakfast, eggs and avocado and healthy fats, and then compare that with how you felt if you've had like a stack of pancakes or a donut. I'm sure you remember that the pancakes or the donut kind of made you feel tired. I know for me, 30 to 45 minutes later, I needed to take a nap. But after you had the eggs, you were ready to go. So this is just an example of how elevated blood sugars affect your mood and your energy for the rest of the day. So the little capsule can help take this roller coaster of blood sugar that we often go through and just kind of stabilize it out. The capsule has mulberry leaf, cinnamon, berberine, and the MetaPWR essential oil blend. Mulberry leaf works to slow down the absorption of carbs and promotes healthy regulation of blood sugar levels. It also helps improve eyesight, nourishes the liver. It may help lower blood pressure, cholesterol, and inflammation. Berberine. Now I want you to Google this because I'm going to give you a couple things that list how berberine works, but there's so many good benefits to it. Here's some of them. It decreases insulin resistance, making blood sugar lowering hormone insulin more effective. It increases glycolysis, which helps the body break down blood sugar inside the cells. It decreases sugar production in the liver. It slows down the breakdown of carbs in the gut. It increases the number of beneficial bacteria in the gut. Pretty amazing, right? And now we go to the next one, which is the MetaPWR Advantage. So why do we choose this? It includes 9 types of collagen. Each one supports different biological systems, from the bone to cartilage to strength to elasticity. I'm going to go over those. The collagen tripeptides in it are 12 times more bioavailable than most conventional collagen supplements on the market. Now, how many of you are using a collagen supplement? Just kind of make a note to yourself. This is different than anything else out there. You won't find anything even close to what's out there. This is much more than collagen. It's really unbelievable. So let's talk about what's in it. Most collagen on the market has 1 to 2 types of collagen. Advantage, first of all, it's marine collagen. It's 9 types of collagen along with resveratrol, sea buckthorn, NAD, NMN, biotin, liposomal vitamin C, and hyaluronic acid. So let's talk about the benefits of these things. Resveratrol, it's an antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory. It protects against disease. It can help lower blood pressure. It protects brain and eases joint pain. Sea buckthorn, it improves the health of skin, the immune system, the liver, and the heart. It protects against diabetes and certain cancers. NMN, which is called nicotinamide mononucleotide. I'm only going to say that once. It suppresses age-related weight gain, enhances energy and physical activity, improves insulin sensitivity, improves eye function, improves mitochondrial metabolism. NAD, you need this. We lose it as we age. It's said that we have half what we once had from the age of 25 to the age 50, which causes metabolic function to decline. Cells use it to produce energy, and it activates proteins that support healthy DNA. Liposomal vitamin C. This is the fuel that powers your body's natural collagen production, which decreases as we age. So not only are you adding collagen, you're helping your body remember to produce its own, which is always better. It also fights free radicals and boosts your immune system. Hyaluronic acid. This helps your skin stretch and flex, reduces skin wrinkles and lines. It's also proven to help wounds heal faster and can reduce scarring. Many high-quality skincare products include this, but it's most effective when it's taken internally. But one of the most exciting things is that we can bridge the gap between NMN and NAD. We need an outside source of NMN. Our body doesn't produce this on its own, but it's a precursor to NAD. It fuels the body and helps improve levels rapidly. Resveratrol is an accelerator for this and helps our cells function like they're younger. So I mentioned there's 9 different types of collagen in our MetaPWR Advantage. Here's some of the reasons why, what they do and why this is what really sets us apart more than anybody else. The first one, type 1, skin beauty. Type 2, bone protection, the main component of cartilage. Type 4, dermis and epidermis. It helps malleability, elasticity, and resiliency. Type 5, it stabilizes collagen 1 and 2. Type 6, stabilizes muscle function, cell membranes, inhibits cell apoptosis and oxidative stress. Type 9, cartilage, growth plates, joints, and discs. Type 25, supports normal brain aging. Type 1A2, supports elastic fiber formation and connective tissue. Vascular protein sorting 37A is involved in growth and cell differentiation. So let me talk about absorption for a minute too, because another reason this collagen blows the socks off of anything else out there is the fact that your body can actually absorb it. Most collagen on the market is made from peptides, which our body can't break down and absorb. Our collagen has tripeptides. In fact, it has 70% tripeptides. And that means peptides are broken down into smaller pieces that our body can actually use, making the absorption rate 12 times more. Pretty incredible. So this product helps with cognitive health, your skin, and biological aging. So we're talking about turning back time here and so much more. So my experience with this has been, I've been using this for about 3 weeks. And what I've noticed is, number one, like, I'm not doing this to try and lose weight. This is not a weight loss product. It's a metabolism support. But my whole adult life, since I've had children, had a thick waist. Just been part of what I do. If I lose weight, I just don't seem to lose it in my waist. Or if I have this certain weight number that I can never get below, or if I do get below it, I'm there for a minute. And then as soon as I change anything, I'm right back up. I've lost 5 pounds and I'm below that number. I also am noticing that my middle is shifting, my pants aren't as tight. But more than that, like my cravings are down. So it's easy for me to not be eating junk food. My energy is good, my sleep is better, and my skin feels really soft. So that's just like from 3 weeks. Like, this is a product that is going to change your life. If you give it 60 days, I can't even imagine you wouldn't have significant impact. In fact, we have a group that you could join if you wanted to, that gives you lots of information, there's lots of testimonials of the way people are having a great experience with it. So if you'd like to be part of that, I'm happy to add you to that. So the dosage. So how you use this product. Again, I said it's 3 products. The first one is the MetaPWR oil. And that's in every product. It's the reformulation of Slim and Sassy I mentioned, just in different components. So you get a 15 milliliter bottle, put this in your water, dry brush with it, rub it in the fat areas of your body, diluted. The second is the same oil, but in a capsule. It's about 4 drops of oil in each capsule. You can take this in between meals to help curb your appetite, to help reduce the fat, the forming of fat cells. It comes in a beadlet, which is about 1/4 drop of oil. That's great to keep in your purse. So if you're feeling hungry throughout the day, I might take 2 of them. If I'm feeling a little bit hungry, with a big glass of water. And then there's a gum, and the gum comes in a little pouch. If you can see this pouch, There's 30 pieces of gum. I keep this in my purse. So that way, if I'm somewhere, that's when I generally get into trouble. I'm somewhere, I'm starving, and I just go into Wawa and I grab something that I shouldn't be grabbing. So it just helps me to kind of move that through. The second is the MetaPWR Assist. You take a capsule of that once a day at your biggest meal. And that's the one that's going to help with the sugar spikes. Okay. And that's once a day at your highest meal. You can take more if you're somebody who has, like, if you're older, or if you have maybe a lot of issues you want to address, you could take more, but one is what's recommended to start with. And then the third is the Advantage, which is a powder. And that just comes in a little packet like this. Okay, it's activated by you. So it's and I actually, if you want to take a class on any of these things, I'm going to send you guys a link. If you want more science, I'm happy to give you that information. But this is activated by you. So doTERRA is not shipping any water. It's easy to transport. You put it in 4 to 6 ounces of water. It has like a orange lemon taste. You can add lemon juice to it. You can add oils to it if you'd like to enhance the flavor. I just put it in water and drink it. And you want to do all these things consistently, because if you do it consistently, your body is going to respond. And so that's my recommendation to you. So what doTERRA did is they actually, that's kind of the 3-part system. But the bottom line is come up with a process and a schedule that works for you. Keep the products where you use them. That means keep your oil where your drinking station is. Keep your MetaPWR Assist where you're going to, when you're going to be eating, have it with you, and have the MetaPWR Advantage, like somewhere where you're going to use it every day, so that you can develop that habit. Now, if you wanted to get this, like this month, doTERRA has released the entire system, and the system is $179 wholesale. It's 150 PV. They have a promotion this month that if you add 30 PV to that order and you do it before the 15th, you're going to get a free bottle of 30 capsules of doTERRA's the calming blend. My mind just went blank. My mind went blank. Oh my gosh. Adaptive calming blend, and also a bottle of a Balance grounding blend. Balance is great for calming you down, for neurological issues. It's a great blend. So those are free if you add one, or you can add a Deep Blue, just some other 30 PV order, and you'll get the entire system. And why that's good is that you get to have everything to try, because you need to, it's a system that's designed to be used together. And then going forward, you just replace what you need. You can just get the Advantage, you can just get the Assist, or you can just get the oils. And what doTERRA did, which is pretty amazing, is they also made it so that if you're somebody who buys Lifelong Vitality or you buy the Advantage, you get other things at a discount. So if you buy the Advantage, is typically going to be $84. If you buy the Advantage and you have a second person in your family who would like to take the collagen, you can buy the second package of collagen for $65. You can buy the MetaPWR Assist and the beadless together for $25 at a discount if you're buying other things. So they put this component together to help you be able to save money. I love that they did that. So for me personally, I take Lifelong Vitality. I'll be adding the collagen as one of my add-ons. I generally pick like Terrazyme or Deep Blue or something like that to add on. And so I'm going to be adding this on to my package. And then starting in November, you'll be able to buy everything separately. So maybe you just only buy the Advantage and the collagen every month. And then the other months, you just fill in what you need for the oil or the gum or the beadless or whatever it is that you choose to be your preference. So I love that. You're not going to find a high quality collagen supplement with all the things that are in this for less than $350 a month. And so the fact that doTERRA is offering at this price is amazing. And so if you're somebody that's taking another collagen now, especially if you're taking a collagen that's like from Costco, it's not doing you one bit of good at all. And so consider switching over and taking something your body's actually going to absorb. That's my recommendation to you. So that's kind of it for me. Like I'm gonna stop the share. I'm going to send this out to everybody. If you have questions, please reply back to me. And if I can help you in any way, if you'd like to join the group, happy to add you to that. We're also going to be doing a 21-day challenge in our larger group for anybody who's gone on the metabolic system. It's a 21-day challenge that starts around the 17th of the month, I think, that I can add you into. So I'll put that link out there as well for you. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great night. But just stop my share and say good night to everybody. See you later.